Next up at UFC 287, we have Raul Rosas Jr. taking on Christian Rodriguez. Raul Rosas Jr.
You rolled. I was waiting for the double roll with the Rodriguez too. You know,
I don't think he's as Hispanic as Raul. Anyway, Raul's undefeated at 7-0, and he's coming off of his first official UFC win. So this is officially his second time in the cage, and he's only 18 years old. He's taking on Christian Rodriguez, 8-1 overall, 4-1 in his last 5. Coming off that submission win over Josh Weems. Raul Rosas Jr. is a non-stop grappler. He's going to work the takedowns, work control like a second layer of skin. It's literally that simple. His striking's not that great, but we haven't seen that much of it. He's immediately going to start to wrestle, immediately start to hang on you. And when I say a second layer of skin, that's it. Or an eighth layer of skin, that's it. Like, he is hard to shake. Why'd you make that face?
It's just a weird. It's
a wrestling.
Because when you start saying, you know, when we're talking about, I had the definition. If you want to just run through that real quick.
No, let me finish this. And then, so anyway, he's been in the cage 17 minutes. 14 of those minutes, he was in control. His striking definitely needs a little bit of work, but this guy sets an insane pace, constantly coming forward, but he is young and relatively inexperienced, even though he's got 7 professional fights. Christian Rodriguez, slick striker, solid movement, good speed. He bounces between 35 and 45, but seems to be sticking around here at 35 because his only loss was up a weight class. He's got decent takedown at 56, takedown defense at 56%, but he has been taken down 10 times so far in the UFC, and I think it's literally that simple. I don't know why this line tightened. Christian Rodriguez has been taken down 10 times. Raul Rosas is looking for takedowns and doesn't let people up. So it's literally that simple to me. I get it. He's young, he's untested, but Christian Rodriguez is also young. He's not like a 35-year-old true UFC vet. He's also young. I got Raul Rosas at minus 185. But this line is sort of all over the place. I don't know why it's showing minus 250.
The late money that's going to come in on Raul, I guarantee by the time his fight starts, he's minus 300. I mean, the late money that's going to come pouring in for the main card, I mean, it's going to be crazy. I guarantee he's minus 300, minus 350.
Well, and I have a money line bet on him at minus 185. This does say it opened at minus 250. So it must have tightened and ballooned back up, and I got it somewhere in between. That has been posted.
They're probably just trying to trap money on the Christian side, honestly. The early sharp stuff.
Yep, it could be. So anyway, I think, like I said, he's been taken down 10 times. I think it is literally that simple. He's just going to get taken down, and Raul's going to do what he does. I don't necessarily think there's a stoppage. I think it's just a boring wrestle-heavy win. 17 minutes in the cage, 14 of which were control time. I see more of that. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I mean, my favorite Raul story is, first of all, he already said that he's on weight. He's like at 138 pounds. He was like, yeah, last night I had pizza and something. I woke up this morning, I'm 138 pounds. Like, Jesus Christ, this kid is unreal. He could fight at 125 if he wanted to, probably. But my favorite story is because this guy's a striker. I mean, he is a striker. Yeah. He came up as a striker, and he said that his dad used to say when him and his brothers would fight and stuff, the first one to shoot is a pussy. I mean, that's what his dad used to say to him. Then he went into a grappling tournament, and he got out-grappled by the guy, and he was like, oh, my God. This is much easier. So he literally didn't even grow up. It's not like he's a lifelong wrestler, lifelong grappler. He's just that talented that he got out-grappled by a guy, and he was like, oh, I'll just start doing this. So that's why he just started wrestling and grappling. He's doing very good. The guy that he fought in the Contender Series was a very well-seasoned, very high-level grappler, and Raul at 18 years old was ragdolling him. I mean, he was ragdolling
17 on the Contender Series.
The complete control was just incredible. It's amazing how fast he has picked this up. He's only going to get better and better. And you mentioned the deficiencies of Christian in the grappling. JSP was ragdolling him, but I will say, and this is almost the same situation as the Jacqueline Sam Hughes fight. If Christian Rodriguez were to stay safe, I agree. I think that he can stay safe and not get finished by Raul. But Christian does like to scramble. He's a good grappler. He knows what he's doing, so he will scramble. And you saw that against JSP. They got a lot of early scrambles, a lot of 50-50 positions. But against a guy like Raul, it's not going to be 50-50. He is so quick to get your back. And as Andrew mentioned, once he's on your back, he does not leave your back. So it's the scrambling of Christian, just like the scrambling of Sam Hughes is going to get her in trouble. I think the same thing happens here. The takedown happens. He tries to scramble out of it, roll out of it. When he's scrambling, he's giving up his back. JSP was able to get his back a number of times. If Raul gets his back, I think it's going to be game over. So I like Raul with the finish. I think it happens after the first takedown. Might take a little bit, but I think he gets a finish here. This kid is crazy.
Yeah, and I agree. And like I said, he's getting somebody with...
His striking isn't ass, by the way. Somebody says his striking's an ass. He's 18 years old, 19 years old. It looks like a 19-year-old striker, but it's pretty good striking for what he is,
Well, and Christian Rodriguez is only 25 and only has 2 more fights than him. So they seem to be doing it right. The problem is if he tears through Christian, there's only so many people he can tear through before they give him somebody really good. And then he's going to be too young, too inexperienced. But for now, I think we can get him. I got him at an affordable price point. Minus 210 seems like an affordable price point for a nasty grappler who's fighting somebody who has been out-grappled several times. It's just literally that simple. It's literally for Christian Rodriguez to connect with a big, that big power shot. Raul's gonna have to strike with him, and we haven't seen that yet. So why would we assume he's gonna do it now? So Raul's absolutely the pick here. I trust him to get it done. I will spend the $9,100 in DraftKings, especially the takedowns and control time are going to be insane. If he doesn't even win by finish, you're nodding. I'm assuming you agree with all the things. WeWantPicks.com. Become a premium member. It's only $10 a month. And depending on what this looks like and what these odds are later in the week and what the props are on Friday when the takedown ones drop, I may load up even more than the 1 unit money line I already have.